In a world where patterns dominate every decision, and predictability feels like safety, those who master the art of unpredictability stand out as truly powerful. Unpredictability isn't about chaos or irrationality, it's about crafting a presence so enigmatic, so carefully unrestrained, that others are forced to pay attention. They second-guess your every move. They hesitate before crossing your boundaries. They sense that you are not someone easily manipulated or understood, and that sense of mystery becomes your greatest armor. When we study some of the most fascinating figures in history, leaders, philosophers, artists, and warriors, there is a consistent theme: unpredictability. Think of Sun Tzu, who taught that deception is a core element of strategy, or Machiavelli, who wrote extensively about the value of being feared over being loved, but more importantly, about being unreadable. If others can't predict your next move, they cannot control you. They are forced to treat you carefully, to respect your presence. But unpredictability is not about being erratic. It is about calculated ambiguity. It is a deliberate choice to control how much of yourself you reveal. It's about using restraint, timing, and psychological insight to maintain power. And in a world where most people are desperate to be understood and validated, this mindset is rare, and therefore, powerful. The trap of predictability. The average person is predictable because predictability feels safe. They react emotionally in arguments. They reveal too much about their feelings and intentions. They respond to provocation immediately. And because of this, they are easy to manipulate. When you're predictable, others know how to control you. They know what buttons to press to anger you, guilt you, or gain your sympathy. They know how you will respond because you've shown them your emotional map. Predictability is the death of influence. Imagine a chessboard where your opponent can see every move you will make in advance. That is the reality for most people in their relationships, careers, and negotiations. They have no leverage because they've shown all their cards. The antidote to this is unpredictability, not in a chaotic or aggressive way, but as a strategy. Why unpredictability creates power? Humans fear what they do not understand. Mystery forces respect. When people cannot easily read you, they hesitate to underestimate you. They hesitate to manipulate you. They hesitate to harm you. Unpredictability is not just a psychological trick, it's a form of mental armor. In negotiations, being unreadable gives you leverage. In relationships, maintaining mystery keeps people invested and attentive. In social interactions, unpredictability elevates you above those who are reactive and desperate for approval. The Stoic philosophers understood this deeply. Marcus Aurelius, for example, spoke of controlling your own emotions and actions in a way that makes you immune to the chaos of others. Unpredictability is rooted in self-control. It is not about playing games. It is about never letting others anticipate your weakness. Mastering the art of strategic silence. One of the simplest yet most effective ways to become unpredictable is to master silence. Most people talk too much, reveal too much, and explain themselves unnecessarily. Every time you overshare, you give others a blueprint of your mind. But when you are silent, when you pause before responding, when you do not rush to explain yourself, you create a powerful tension. People start to wonder what you're thinking. They become unsure of how to approach you. They begin to treat you with a respect they don't give to those who are always eager to speak. Silence is a weapon. In arguments, it can completely disarm your opponent. In negotiations, it forces the other person to reveal more than they intended. In relationships, it makes others lean in closer, trying to understand you. Breaking patterns and setting the tone. Another tool of unpredictability is pattern disruption. Most people operate on predictable patterns. They respond the same way to insults, praise, rejection, or opportunities. When someone insults them, they lash out. When they're flattered, they drop their guard. These patterns make them easy to manipulate. But when you deliberately disrupt your own patterns, you seize control. For example, instead of reacting emotionally when someone insults you, you respond calmly, or even with humor. Instead of being predictable in your kindness, you reserve it strategically. Instead of being immediately available, you create scarcity. By breaking patterns, you send a message: I am not like everyone else, and that message makes you magnetic. People become intrigued. They wonder what your next move will be. The psychological edge of mystery. Mystery is intoxicating. In every culture, throughout history, humans have been fascinated by what they cannot fully understand. That's why powerful leaders often cultivate a sense of mystique. Napoleon Bonaparte was famous for his calculated unpredictability in battle. Even artists and thinkers who influenced entire generations, from Leonardo da Vinci to Nikola Tesla, were deeply mysterious figures. When you reveal less about yourself, people project their own imaginations onto you. They create stories about who you are. And because they can never fully decode you, they remain engaged. Mystery is not about manipulation. It is about powerful restraint. It is choosing not to be an open book. Practical ways to become more unpredictable: pause before responding. Train yourself to delay your reactions. A few seconds of silence can create tension and give you control of the conversation. Limit personal disclosure. Share less about your emotions and intentions. Keep your goals private until necessary. Vary your routines. Don't always act the same way. Change your habits subtly to avoid predictability. Be selective with your energy. Don't be available to everyone all the time. Scarcity increases value. Control emotional displays. If others can't predict your emotions, they can't manipulate you. Master the art of saying nothing. Sometimes the most powerful response is silence. The balance of power and authenticity. Being unpredictable does not mean being fake or manipulative. It is about protecting your energy and commanding respect. If your unpredictability is rooted in authenticity and wisdom, it will naturally draw people toward you rather than push them away. The key is balance. Too much unpredictability and people may see you as unstable. Too much predictability and they will take you for granted. The art lies in carefully crafting your presence so that people never feel they have complete control over you. Why this matters in today's world. In the modern age, where everything is shared on social media and oversharing is celebrated, mystery is rare. People feel entitled to know every detail of your life. But those who resist this cultural pressure gain an incredible advantage. They stand out as strong, disciplined, and self-contained. Mystery makes you magnetic in a world of transparency. It makes you respected in a world where validation is currency, and unpredictability makes you a leader in a world where most people are followers. Final thoughts. The psychology of unpredictability is simple. Control your emotions, reveal less than others expect, and break patterns strategically. When people cannot predict your next move, they cannot control you, and when they cannot control you, they must respect you. Unpredictability is not about being mysterious for the sake of mystery. It is about power, presence, and self-mastery. When you embrace this mindset, you will find that people listen more when you speak, value your time more deeply, and hesitate before challenging you. Power belongs not to those who are loudest, but to those who are calm, restrained, and unpredictable.